Hi guys, it's Lori, and I wanted to put this in before you even start watching the video. Unfortunately, I became very negative today, and I'm going to do my best to get as much of the negativity out of the video as I can as I'm editing it, so it might be choppy. I'm sorry, but I was not happy. But let's watch the video. You'll watch right now, and you can see how I started out happy and then how it just kind of went downhill really quickly. Hey guys, really quickly, I am at SeaWorld for the first time. I haven't been here since 2007, and before that it was 1983, so I've only been here twice. My first trip is going to be a feet on the ground learning. I did absolutely no research on this outside of buying my season pass. So I will talk to you more when we get in there and learn what exactly SeaWorld has or doing during this COVID pandemic. And I'll check out some rides maybe. I love roller coasters. Okay, we are in. I got my pass. It was much more lax here about getting your pass than it is at Disney or Universal. Nobody ever requested my driver's license, so I guess they just assumed that I'm who I say I am. And as well as, I didn't have to pay for parking the first time. At Universal or at Disney, unless you go to Disney Springs, when you get your annual pass, you have to go inside the customers or guest services to get your pass, and in the case, and then you'll get free parking after you pay for it the first time. But here, because it was downloaded on my phone, they scanned it and I didn't have to pay for parking, which was a big plus. Now, so far social distancing, you can tell the people who are here on vacation, like, they're not the normal people who come in, as opposed to like pass holders who are here quite frequently. The normal people who are on vacation are on vacation mode. They're not going to pay a lot of attention to you as far as distancing from you or like following simple like this would make it easier if you do this. No, they're only interested in getting their vacation on, which I kind of get, but in the middle of a pandemic we should not be that way. Now, enough of the complaining. Let's go jump out and explore the park. So right off the bat, the dolphin nursery is here, but I don't really see any dolphins right now. And it's just too hot to kind of stand here, so maybe we'll swing back by later. Oh wait, I think I see something coming. Just talked to an employee and they said that there's a baby dolphin in here actually who was just born a week after the park closed, and his name is Spark. So we're gonna walk around and try to see if we can see him really quick. Kind of hanging out down in that area. Oh, there he is. Sorry, didn't quite capture him. So like I said, we'll come back another time and try to capture him. Here's what I'm used to seeing of SeaWorld is this giant like lookout tower. I don't think it's running right now, but I always see this driving by, and every time I've been down here on vacation, it's like I look over and say, that's where SeaWorld is. Over the bay here, I see a new roller coaster. I believe that's called Icebreaker. It's beside what used to be Shamu Stadium. I don't know what it's called anymore, but let's kind of zoom in a little bit here. I am so excited for these roller coasters, guys. With the kids, they really won't ride the big ones, but I love them. So I'm going to spend a day of trying to get on some roller coasters, although this one is not open. So you can't get a paper park map here. You got to use the QR code, but they do have a map here on the wall I'm going to quickly look at because I do not want to keep looking back at my phone. I'm not good at reading those stupid maps. I'm just going to walk around until I learn this place. I got a whole year to do it because I do have a 1-year membership now. So let's just walk around and learn the park, just like I do anything else. Feet on the ground learning. So I hit a fork and we're going to go this way. It says that the Dolphin Theater, Kraken, a couple of roller coasters. Oh, I've rode that one before. I have rode Kraken, whatever you want to call it. But I haven't seen a roller coaster going for a while. I don't even know if it's working today. To be honest with you, I haven't seen one roller coaster going. They have pizza. Theme park pizza. Doesn't that sound appealing? Not really. Well, it's a totally impressive to walk underneath of it as much as you do. You'll see all the netting up here. I just wish it was running. Boo-hoo. Another day, another day. It looks like I got the name wrong. This is not Kraken, it's Manta. Oh my. I have not rode this one. Let's check out the aquarium. Maybe we can get cooled off because guys, it's hot. Really hot. As soon as you walk in, he's cleaning the tank. Cool. Must be what those handles are for him to hold on or something, or pull himself along. I don't see anything right here, but there is a tiny hammerhead shark in there. This is a really cool aquarium, but there seems to not be much of anything in here. Oh, there's one sitting right here. Except for these kelp. Is that what they're called? Kelp fish or something? It looks like kelp. There's stingray ahead, but just out of wanting to be sure I stay socially distanced, I'm going to stay back here. These families have been here for a long time, but they seem not to be moving along, so I'm just going to get in front of them. It looks like it's running, so let's put the bags in the lockers and go. Well, that was a bust. I waited in line 20 minutes. They didn't load one more car. So I'm going to move on. Guys, there are so many people not wearing their masks. I'm going to turn this around and let you look. No masks. None. SeaWorld needs to get it together. Well, the shark reef is here. But guys, I am afraid to go in. Nobody will wear their masks. And I don't want to go into that confined tube with people not wearing their mask, and they don't respect your 6 feet around you. I mean, oh my God, SeaWorld, you have got to do better. I'm sorry, this is awful. I'm tempted to just leave. It's so bad. Well, there's Mako. Never rode this one. I've just seen one on the track, but I'm curious to see how many are on the track before I go get in line. Because this thing is loading every 15 minutes. I'm really not that interested in waiting on it. Oh, what a disappointment today is. Okay, well, 75 minutes, and it took 10 minutes for a train to come out. And it literally had 6 people on it. So I'm not going in there. In there is the queue. They're not socially distanced at all in there, guys. There is the bridge for the queue for Infinity Falls. You see 6 feet between those people? God, I hate being so negative. I'm heartbroken. I'm just heartbroken that this is not working. Look at this. This is Infinity Falls queue. They back out. The parties are so big that there's no way you could put 6 feet between them. So they should be taking up 2 spots instead of 1. That's on SeaWorld. So I'm at the Water Bay something grill, and I am on the all-season dining pass, so I get 2 free meals a day every day I come. So I figured, because I'm not going to be able to do anything else today, I would at least try out this food. So when it's my turn, we'll step up. They have a selection of salads and desserts and fresh fruit. Okay, quickly, I got the tofu, black bean, white rice, and you get free drinks here in the pass holder lounge. So I went into the pass holder lounge. There's social distancing better in here. I feel a little safer, so I'm gonna sit here and eat. Well, lunch was meh, but considering I spent a very low dollar amount to be able to eat at 2 meals a day for a year, it's okay that it was meh. Now I'm gonna keep working my way around here. I see the Sesame Street area ahead, which I'm sure is full of kids not wearing masks. And yeah, I mean, guys, this is so sad. It's just sad that this is what this is here. I have a funny feeling SeaWorld doesn't have enough money to employ, or isn't making enough money to employ enough employees of what they need. And this is just really sad. I wanted it to be so good, and it could be so good, but it's just, they got a lot of work to do. I would not recommend coming here from out of town this summer on a vacation. You will be greatly disappointed. The rides are taking over an hour, and there's not that many here to start with. People are just blatantly not wearing their mask. I mean, just don't even have them around their ears or like down on their nose or nothing. Just blatantly don't even have them on. About 40% have their mask either not on, incorrect, or down around their chin. It's unreal. But I'm doing the best to keep my distance. You know, it's just me, and I can protect just me. But it is what it is, guys. I'm gonna turn around here. Looks like we're at SeaWorld. SeaWorld. We are SeaWorld. It's at Sesame Street. There's the Cookie Monster right off the bat. Well, hello, Cookie Monster. Here at Sunny Day Salon. Look at the prices in the window. Let's see here. Get a blonde hairdo. The Community Vet Center. Oh, it's got little pets to be adopted. I like this one right here. He's so cute. Actually, it's not very crowded over here at all. The little train over there. Well, that's where it's going because I see the little girl on the train. This like takes me back to my childhood. How much fun this could really be. When my grandson turns a little older, maybe 2, he's just a couple weeks now, I'll bring him here only if this COVID thing has got a vaccine and we feel safe. Would I bring my grandson here? This is just, I love this area. I believe when I was here many years ago, this was more like, it had a big ropes place to play in, and it had like kids rides themed to like the animals in the park. They got the splash pad area over there, and they are controlling how many people go in, which is nice. That's good. And back here is Shamu Stadium, or that's what I always known it as. It may be called something else by now, but they got a little ride here. It's cute. We're gonna keep moving. I feel like a weirdo walking through the kids area with no kids. There's Elmo and his little friend. Is her name Felicia? Oh, I can't remember. I've not had kids that watch Sesame Street since she was introduced. Or at least the triplets really never did watch Sesame Street. But I love this place. This is a big thumbs up to SeaWorld. They just need to get this mask and social distancing thing down. I kind of remember this ride a little bit the last time I was here. Or it's not like a ride, it's kind of a walkthrough thing maybe, or something with a simulator. I don't know. Let's go in to Wild Arctic. Exhibits only. The ride is closed, which is good. I could use some air conditioning right about now. I'm wedged behind older people, which makes me feel better because they'll keep their distance and I will definitely keep mine. I have these little things on the ground telling you which way to go and to only go in one direction. I see a big arrow down here that says flight crew only. So here we go. Now there's nobody in front of me. And there's some people back there, but there's still guys, they're way back there. All right, we're coming up on something here. And people. Lots of people. There is a seal and there is a beluga whale. I don't know if you could see it very well. We'll go down to the other lookout in a moment. But I wanted to see it from up here first because I'd like to see them surface. And it looks like we have a seal right here. Now we were recently standing up there, and now we're down in this area. And look, there is one of the belugas. They're half siblings. There's another guy right over there. He's kind of resting. I don't know the difference between a sea lion and a seal or anything else. They do have some pretty cool theming going on here. I like this quite a bit. It's kind of like, I guess, an Arctic expedition, which makes a ton of sense. There's another one. This is a pretty cool vantage point. They just keep coming and keep coming. Here is another look at the beluga whales. And that one lonely seal that's with them. Oh, how beautiful. And we're going to exit right into a gift shop. I feel like I'm at Disney now. Or Universal. Here is a much closer view of Icebreaker. Oh gosh, I hope there's a vaccine for this by the time this opens. I really want to enjoy SeaWorld this year. I think I'm about to do a full lap. I don't know. My goal was to get 10,000 steps, so I might have to do 2 laps today. So I see some coasters off there in the distance. I think that one definitely is, I don't know. No, that is Kraken, and the Kraken, however you say it. And then Mako's behind it, and then Mako kind of comes up over this way. And then over there is Mantis. So they don't have Journey to Atlantis working, which is, I know this ride right there. So they've got 3 coasters going, and actually Mantis I don't think is working. So they got 2 coasters I think working, maybe only 1, because I haven't even seen Kraken put anybody on it either. And it's just, right now is, if you're going to come for one day and buy a single ticket, this is not the route you want to take. Nothing is working unless you just want to sit around and see shows and watch people socially distance badly. That's what you're going to get today. Looks like there's a fountain show going on. So there's a pretty cool fountain show here. There's some nice calm music in the background. This park is very beautiful and it's very clean. I will give it that. They just definitely need to get some more employees in here pushing the social distancing and making sure people are wearing their masks. That's the biggest thing. You got to get these masks on people and keep them 6 feet apart. Right here you get this awesome view of the Hilton. I think that used to be the Peabody right there on International Drive. It's a gorgeous hotel. A really cool bar here called Flame Craft Bar. I like it. It's got a nice little, what I call lagoon view. Enjoyable. Have a beer, sit and have a view, people watch. Nice. So I thought we'd come and do a little shopping. See what they have. It's a very cool, it's like that steampunk look. I love that orca on the bottom. Oh, I even like this guy right here. Super cute. Here's those trinkety things that people buy other people. Oh, is that a pin? Oh, that's a really cool pin. You have snow globes, shot glasses. Oh, that looks like an apple shot glass. You got coffee mugs, keychains, all done in this kind of steampunk thing. Magnets. Oh, I love this coffee mug. Turtles and sharks. Night lights. Oh, these are kind of cool. They look like lanterns. Up there looks like a little fish tank. I'm assuming it lights up. It says it does. Sunglasses, if you forget your sunglasses. Plenty here to choose from. Cool glass stuff. Now this is interesting. It's Finchberry soap. And I don't want to touch it, but look how pretty that is. Get a tropical bathroom. This one here kind of looks like the ocean waves, how it foams over. I like this one with all the colors. And that one's pretty as well. They're all pretty. It looks like you could eat them. You wouldn't want to though, but it looks like you could. Now that is something I could think about getting behind until I had to dust it. I'm trying to actually minimize the stuff around my house. But these are really nice. This is like a little bit nicer pieces of a souvenir. Like literally, this doesn't look like corny sitting in your home. These look like nice pieces. Colin would love the penguins. Have an area here for the wine lovers. I like this one. Wine is always a good idea. More things down this way. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let's see, kind of coming through the water area or something, I don't know. I gotta look at a map and learn this place. But I'm gonna give you my thoughts in the car. I got some good, some bad, and some not so great to share with you. But overall, it was a good hot day. I got in some steps, which was kind of what I've been wanting to do. Get out more. Definitely got in lots of vitamin D. And I'll check in literally a second. But I gotta get to my car first and we'll discuss everything. My final assessment. Guys, it is what it is here. You know, we are in a pandemic and Florida is open for business. It is what it is, just exactly that. It doesn't mean that we have a right to have so much bad behavior, and there was just a total bunch of lack of respect for people, the people around you. It's Florida. It's 105 degrees here is what it feels like. And if you cannot handle a mask for 1 hour or 2 hours, you're not going to handle the parks. And you should not go. The parks will be here next year. The parks will be here 2 years from now. The parks will be here when COVID is over. Do not go if you cannot handle the mask. I was at Universal. I've been to Universal 5 times since it's reopened. And never have I seen, you know, you would see a person here or see a person there, maybe not wear a mask. Is easy to social distance from them though. It was so blatant today at Universal. People, they didn't even have their mask around their face. I mean, it was just like, nobody's making me wear this mask, so I'm not going to do it. Although it is a rule in SeaWorld to wear a mask. It is a rule in Orange County that you must wear a mask when you're in public. 2 rules. They didn't care. Social distancing. That's a joke. The lines at SeaWorld seem to, like for the roller coaster, seem to go through these cave areas. And they've got these markers out every 6 feet. Nobody respects it. I mean, and it's young people. I'm just going to be right out. People under probably 25. Absolutely no respect. A party of 2, and I'm a party of 1, and we should easily social distance 6 feet apart. They can't do it. They will creep right up on top of you and not pay any attention to the fact that they need to be 6 foot back. Number 2, in the social distancing inside these lines at the parks. If you are a party of 6, you probably should split your party up into either 2 or 3. If you each weigh over 200 pounds, I'm sorry, you need to split yourself up into 2, because 6 people at 200 pounds takes up 10 feet of space. So by the time they get on their 1 6-foot circle, they have stretched this far out to this 6-foot area and this far back to that 6-foot area. They're essentially covering 3 spaces, but the person in front of them they don't respect, so they'll go right up to that person, and of course the people behind them will slide right back up to them. Separate yourselves. It's just common sense. In SeaWorld, why isn't somebody at the front of those lines when you get into them telling you 2 or 3? It's really clear to look at a party and say, you know what, I only want 2 of you at each social distance marking, or 3 if they're smaller people. Now is not the time to be worrying about fat shaming. This is not fat shaming. It's you're a larger person, you take up more space, you need to be further, you know, your party needs to be smaller. It's just common sense. It's just, you know, yes, SeaWorld does not probably have the money right now for all these employees. This company is financially in distress. It's very, very, very clear. And then that people cannot, I mean, where are people's heads? We are in a pandemic. Everywhere around you, you see it. You see people wearing masks. You see people trying to stay away from one another. What part of your brain just totally becomes oblivious to it? Oh, I hate being this way. I so hate being this way. But I really want to say something. I want to say, hey, if you can't do this, don't go to the parks right now. And maybe I should be saying to myself, if I can't handle it, I shouldn't go to the parks right now. What I will tell you is Universal does not do this. I'm yet to see Disney, but Disney Springs has always been people wearing their mask, people distancing themselves, and you having the ability to distance yourself. At SeaWorld, when you get in line for a ride, you do not have the ability to distance yourself once you are so far in. So you either have to decide, okay, I'm going to sit here and risk it, or you leave the line. That's what it is. Now, I want to talk about, do I suggest a SeaWorld vacation this summer? Previously, I said I believe I would suggest a Universal vacation this summer, and I still do. I still see over at Universal Parks they're able to handle it. Now, I know the crowds are getting bigger every day, every week. The closer we get to 4th of July, it's going to get really, really crowded to whatever their capacities they are going at. SeaWorld, no. I do not suggest you do a SeaWorld vacation this summer. If you are a local, or you have a season pass, or if you live within the state and you want to come and do it, maybe. But I'm telling you, I think the prices per ticket the day is down to $80. And maybe if you come and do a weekend where you do the park and the water park, it may be worth it. But you will not get your $80 worth out of a SeaWorld ticket this summer. The trains on the roller coasters, they have 3 roller coasters open, right? 3. They got 1 that's being built, but it's not open yet. So there's 3 big roller coasters, and then Journey to Atlantis is closed. I did not get over to the penguin exhibit, so I don't know but I hear the wait over there is pretty high. But anyways, the roller coasters all were over an hour wait, and literally you will see a train maybe once every 10 minutes. So evidently they're cleaning between each party, each ride, and that takes a lot of time, and they're only putting so few people on the roller coasters that it's, you know, that's what that is. I walked through the aquarium, and this is the time where there was nobody inside the aquarium, and people would just stand there in front of the fish tank. And I understand it's air conditioning and things in there, but we have to be, you just can't stand there when other people want to see it too, but they can't get up there to see it because you and your family of 6 are going to park yourselves there for 5 minutes. This isn't normal times, and I know I know people want to see this, but you're at an attraction, and there's so few attractions at SeaWorld right now in operation that you cannot park yourself somewhere and then other people can enjoy it because you need to stop. I'm so sorry that it's that way, but that's the way it is. You have to keep moving. You have to keep moving. And I walked through the fish aquarium, and I walked through the Arctic exploration, or whatever that was called. That one wasn't too bad, although I did speak up, and because I was waiting forever for somebody to move, and I kind of just finally spoke up when somebody said something to me. I said, well, I'm not coming forward because these people are just standing here and I don't feel like I can socially distance. And then it got that party to go, oh, and then they left. Was it the right thing to do? I don't know, but I just knew that I wasn't going to go near them. I wasn't going to stand within the same 3 feet of them. But we have to be more, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just more apparent of your surroundings and the people around you. And then you have to be more, not selfish, you know? You can't have everything that day to yourself. I know you spent a lot of money to come down here on vacation. So did a lot of other people. And now is the time where you have to look at the situation and say, it's a half vacation. It's a half park day. I mean, you just can't have you can't stand there for 5 minutes. I'm sorry. And outside of that, SeaWorld's beautiful. It's just such a beautiful park. When COVID's pandemic's done, we got some vaccinations going, and you don't need to wear a theme park, I highly suggest you come down for a SeaWorld vacation. It will be here next year, or whenever this ends. I don't necessarily know that 2021 is going to be the answer year where all of a sudden you don't have to wear a mask. That's to be seen. But that's my feelings on a SeaWorld vacation this year. Should you go? Not if you're coming from out of town. And I wish I had something good to say. What's good to say is it is a beautiful park, and the employees there are very, very nice. They're very, very pleasant. They are just probably stressed to the point that I feel, right? Well, even more so than I feel after leaving that park, because it stressed me out, people. I didn't like it. But I want to go back after the 4th of July, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks after the 4th of July, because it's going to be crazy for the next 2 weeks. Everybody's coming down here for vacation. And we'll check it out after we get through the quote-unquote summer vacation season, which I think tends to end towards the end of July. And we'll report back in. But until then, we'll head over to Universal.